So now to get right into our program, I would like to invite Ms. Carmen Rivera, my colleague, to give you an overview of what we now know as the Hub.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carmen Rivera. I'm on some of my hats. I'm the school social worker. I also have the honor and the joy of actually taking into this endeavor with our partners at Care Plus. So for me, this is not just a ribbon cutting. This is a commitment. Over the past few years, we have shaped the needs of our student population. More young people currently struggle with anxiety, trauma, and substance abuse. More families are navigating the challenges of not having timely access to services. More moments where we as educators and caregivers wish we can do more, sooner, faster, and with greater reach. Care Plus already was our partner at our school. They were supporting our Tier 2 and 3 students for more than 2 years. They walk along, some of us in some of our more difficult cases, and when the opening came of opening a partnership to allow our students to have more resources available, it was a win-win for all of us. Because today we're saying that support should not be something that students have to search for. They're here to learn, they're here to be teens, they're here to be children. It should be something that they can walk into it. We are healing, and it should not depend on insurance, it should not depend on transportation, it should not depend on long wait lists. Every child, no matter what their circumstances, deserves access to care, dignity, and hope. So this is what our hope, that the Hub embraces, that care without limits, that care without weights, and we are just opening our doors to possibilities. Thank you.
I would like to now welcome our lead person, Ms. Teresa, followed by our board president, Ms. Garcia Rodriguez.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guests, elected officials, friends, and most importantly, our students and staff members. It is truly an honor and a moment of a great pride to welcome you all today as we celebrate the official opening of the Lions Hub, a milestone not only for our school but for the Paterson community. Today represents far more than an opening of a new space. It represents a commitment to our students, commitment to our families, and to the belief that academic success and well-being must go hand in hand. At PCSST, we always believed in education, the whole child. Over the years, we have expanded opportunities in academics, STEM, athletics, and college readiness. Today, we take a powerful step forward by strengthening one of the most critical areas of our student success, behavioral health and wellness. The reality is clear. The needs of our students are growing. As of last week alone, through the Lions Hub, 78 students had been identified for service. 40 families have already been engaged with our team, and 19 students are actively receiving support. These numbers are not just statistics. They represent real lives, real challenges, and real opportunities to make a difference. And this is exactly what the Lions Hub is designed to do. Through our partnership with Care Plus New Jersey, one of the New Jersey's certified community behavioral health clinics, we are bringing something truly innovative to our campus. While school-based services exist across the state, what makes this model different is the full integration of a comprehensive continuum of care directly within the school environment. This means students and families will have access to therapy, crisis support, substance use services, and care coordination right here on campus. Services are available regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Support is not delayed by referrals or wait lists. It is immediate, accessible, and stigma-free. In short, we are removing barriers that too often prevent students from getting the help they need. But what makes me most proud is this is not a program. This is a shift in culture. The Lions Hub, designed to normalize mental health, reduce stigma, and embed the wellness into the daily life of our students. It is preventative, not reactive. It is inclusive, not exclusive, and it is built for our entire K-12 community, students, families, and even staff. We are also excited about the next phase of this work. By spring, we will launch 2 powerful student-centered groups. You are more than a mirror, which will focus on self-worth, confidence, resilience among young women, and the Lions Brotherhood, which will build leadership, accountability, and a positive identity among young men. These initiatives reflects our belief that when students feel supported, seen, and valued, they are far more likely to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to our partners at Care Plus New Jersey, especially Ms. Dihar, Ms. Santino, Ms. McCollin, Mr. Paul Simon, Mr. Smith. Thank you for your vision, your expertise, and your total commitment to our students. To our dedicated staff and leadership team, Dr. Kaskan, Ms. Stevenson, and Ms. Rivera, thank you for embracing this work and helping bring it to life. To our families, thank you for trusting us, and to our students, you are the reason we are here today. And to our distinguished guests, our community leaders, your presence here today and your support makes these initiatives important and possible. Together, we are building something that extends beyond school walls and strengthens the entire community. As we cut this ribbon today, we are not just opening doors. We are opening pathways. Pathways to healing, pathways to support, pathways to success. Because when we invest in the well-being of our students, we are investing the future of our community. Thank you all for being here today and being part of this important milestone. Thank you very much. I invite our board president and also our parent, Ms. Garcia Rodriguez, for her welcome remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Legna Garcia Rodriguez. I'm the board president, and I'm also a parent of a student here. It is truly an honor to stand before you today, not only as the president of the board of trustees, but also a very proud parent. Today is a special moment for our entire community because we are not just opening a new space. We're opening doors to opportunity, support, and growth for our children. The Lion Hub represents so much more than a physical space. It is a reflection of what happens when a community comes together with a shared purpose to uplift, support, and invest in our students. This means our students now have access to real on-site support that focuses on the whole child, as Mr. Reiser spoke. Not just academically, but emotionally and socially as well. Knowing that our children have a safe space where they can be supported, heard, and guided gives me confidence that they are truly being cared for in every way that matters. As board president, I've had the privilege of witnessing the dedication, planning, and collaboration that made this vision a reality. This did not happen overnight. It's a commitment, partnership, and a deep belief that our students deserve nothing less than the very best. To everyone who played a role in bringing Lion Hub to life, thank you. Your impact will be felt for years to come. And to our students, the reason we are all here, the space is yours. Use it to grow, to find your voice, to support one another, and become the best versions of yourselves. Today, we're not just cutting a ribbon, we're building a stronger, healthier, and more supportive future for our children. Thank you for all being here to celebrate this incredible milestone.
Mr. Reiser and Ms. Garcia. At this time, we will hear from one of our very own, Rosaney.
Like many immigrant children, before I was old enough to fully understand and love them, I was already carrying many of his responsibilities. Hi everyone, my name is Rosaney, and today I want to talk about how difficult it can be to balance school expectations with family responsibilities in an immigrant household. About a year ago, my life took a major turn. The responsibilities that I already had certainly doubled overnight. I am a senior, a first-generation student who tries to maintain straight A's and extracurriculars, but I'm also the oldest daughter in my family. I have two little brothers who are not so little anymore, and one of them has severe autism. Every day after school, I go home and take care of him, which often leaves me with very little time and no time for myself. My mom is technically a single parent who works 2 jobs, and my dad is president, but I don't see him much. And honestly, it can be exhausting. I go home every day and repeat the same routine over and over again. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed because I know I have to be home to help my family, but at the same time, I have so much responsibilities. I have to stay home, I have to stay for the debate, I have to stay for musical theater and the fashion club, but I also have to be home by a certain time. Meanwhile, my math homework, essays, and presentations are due at midnight. And I also have to keep up with my college applications, then somehow it is still not over because I have to worry about college money. I think almost everyone here can admit that money can be overwhelming, not like the person needed. And all of this happens while carrying your own personal traumas. But even then, you still have to pull yourself together and make it work. I'm being vulnerable in front of you because this is just my experience as a Dominican immigrant, a student in an older sister. I know that many other students are also living a double life at a young age. Some students have even harder situations. Some take care of sick family members, work to help pay for groceries, live in an abusive household, or babysit their siblings as I do. Many immigrant students also face other challenges, like adjusting to new cultural norms, the language, dealing with discrimination, or internalized racism, and trying to succeed academically while feeling completely exhausted because they also have dreams. Many students who come from immigrant families also struggle with the fact that mental health is rarely talked about in our communities. Because of this, students often feel like they are not being listened to or understood. Over time, becomes something easier. Our school becomes more than just a building, it becomes a community that truly cares about us. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to hear from our partners. So I would like to invite Bridget Johnson and Lisa.
First of all, that young lady should have been the last one speaking today because she really, honestly, give her another hand. I really do think she deserves a standing ovation. I almost stood up. So much. So, it is truly an honor to be here today at Paterson Charter School for Science and Technology as we launch something that is both timely and transformative. Today is about more than a new program, and you've heard this said before. It's about a commitment to ensuring that every young person has access to the care, support, and opportunity they need to thrive. We are proud to introduce a school-based program grounded in the principles of a certified behavioral health clinic. We call it CCBHC. It's a model that is redefining how we deliver mental health, substance use in New Jersey and across the country. It is an actual federal national model. At its core, this model ensures that care is available when it's needed, without unnecessary barriers, and in a way that recognizes the whole person, not just a diagnosis. And today we are bringing that model directly into the school setting because we know that for young people, schools are often the first and most consistent point of connection. In communities like Paterson, the need is clear. Our youth are facing increasing levels of anxiety, depression, trauma, substance use challenges. Too often these issues go unaddressed until they become crisis. But it doesn't have to be that way. By embedding behavioral health navigators into the school, providing on-time clinical support through telehealth, and in-person clinical care at our nearby site, we are removing barriers. We are making it easier for students to access care early in familiar and trusted environments. The approach allows us to identify concerns sooner, intervene earlier, and support students in a way that strengthens not only their mental health, but their ability to succeed in the classroom and beyond. Because when students feel supported, they are more engaged. When they feel seen, they are more confident. And when their mental health needs are addressed, their potential can be unlimited. This model is also a partnership, as you've heard. So I want to thank Mrs. Rivera, Mrs. Stevenson, Mr. I hope I pronounced your name right, Liza. Yes. It brings together clinicians and family and community support and coordination in a compassionate way. It ensures that no one is working in isolation and that every student is surrounded by a network of care. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our team. This was an idea, something that we knew that we had to recreate, replicate in other schools. As funds are few, far between, and you know what I mean by that, coming up with a model that can be sustainable was our goal. So I just want to give a special thanks. You're going to hear from her, but Lisa Centeno, she's our Executive Senior VP of Access and Integration. Nicole McClellan, she's our Senior VP of Children's Services. John Paul, he's our Senior Director for Clinical Services and Intervention in Schools. And Anne-Marie Z. Hall, who's our Senior Vice President of CCBHC Strategies and Innovation. That's how we're getting the sustainability model here at this school. And to the students, this is for you. You hear a lot of speeches, and because we're excited about this program, but it really is for you. Your well-being matters to us, Your voice matters to us, and you deserve support that meets you where you are. We need your feedback as well to improve as we continue to lift up this model. Together, we are building a stronger, healthier future, one student at a time. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's amazing to be here. And I just want to say how grateful I think myself and the rest of the team were to be so welcomed by Paterson Charter School of Science and Technology. Like, the way that they felt or made us feel really the first time we met with them, it was just this sincere feeling of, I just want my kids to get help. And we're all going to work together. We're going to, whether it's the 9th grade guidance counselor or the 10th, it didn't matter. They were literally coming up to us during back to school night saying, I can't wait for you guys to be part of the team. Without that type of teamwork, this doesn't happen. So I just really wanted to say thank you for welcoming us so much into your schools and your community. We're so happy to be here. And then I just want to say, I know we spoke a little bit, but yes, we have Nicole, and we have Anne-Marie, and we have Chris here with addictions, and we also have Karan and Alicia who are helping out, and Dan, who are working with our students tirelessly every single day. So a lot of things have to happen to get here, and what you're seeing is 2 teams that put, no matter what the obstacle could have been aside, to make sure that these teens got the access to care that they so deserve, right? So I think one of the things of Care Plus New Jersey, and I can say now with Paterson Charter School of Science and Technology, when we have an idea, we like to really not just have the idea, we like to implement and execute it to make sure that as many people can get the care it is that we need. So being in a situation like Bridget and some others have referred to as far as it goes with funds being short, we knew that. And we knew that if we could just find different teams of people that care as deeply as we did for the students, that we could come together and we could really build something. And we are. We have someone here that's a dual diagnosis clinician every single day. We have our care coordinators are here with a specialization in substance use disorder services. The bottom line is we are here for everyone, whether it's the students, the parents, the staff. We're part of your community. We thank you so much, and this day is really special. Thank you.
Thank you again, Bridget and Lisa. Before we get to the moment that we are all here for, I would like to invite Mayor Sayer.
This is a proud moment for the city of Paterson. It's a proud moment for the PCSST family. Because history is about to happen. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think there's a facility of this kind in the state of New Jersey. And the other type of history that's about to be made is that I've known Mr. Riza for about 15 years. And I've never seen him smile. If you know what I'm talking about, that man is as serious as they get. But today, I think he flashed at least 3 smiles. And he's glowing about this Lions Hub. So I'm feeding off of his enthusiasm, his energy. In fact, I texted my wife, I said, I've never seen him as animated as I've seen him today. Wait till graduation, right? But a lot has been said relative to education that the focus should be on the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. And by the way, if you ever think about it, only one of those R's begins with an R. But we should also reimagine what education should look like and focus on the social, emotional learning aspect of education. If the pandemic has taught us any lessons, students are coming to school with other issues as well, and there's things that are happening outside of the classroom that we must address if we want these students to be well-rounded, productive citizens, right, Tommy? So if you think about what can be accomplished here and what we're aiming to do, our goal is to make sure that we graduate literate, responsible, and self-directed students. And I believe we can achieve that objective with this innovative approach to social emotional learning. So I'm encouraged that I'm going to be a part of history here. Not just cutting the ribbon on the Lions Hub, but seeing Mr. Riza smile at least one more time today. Thank you. And look at him, he cracked a smile right there. Thank you. And I've told him dad jokes before, he still doesn't smile.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm very excited about this new innovative hub here at PCSST. I just want to say that you get it. We have to educate our kids by addressing their social, emotional, and mental needs. We often think that we could just educate them in the classroom, but we miss that mark. Right. Our kids today, they face many issues that we never faced as kids. Like, I look at kids some days and I'm like, I still don't face those issues as an adult. So I think it's really crucial that this new hub, it's imperative that we start meeting those needs. Kids are going through so much social media. That's one of the biggest ones. And then they go home, they don't talk about things. We don't know what they're going through. You know, they're killing themselves because they don't have likes. They're killing themselves because they're getting bullied on social media, and we don't know that. But this now is going to provide them the opportunity to open up a free space, a safe space, some talk time. And I think that we'll have much more successes with keeping our students here with us and allowing them to open up. I'm so excited about this. You know, every time something happens, I say we should have this at all schools, not just one school. So we have to just start getting all of these new innovative things at every school for all kids in our communities. But kudos to PCSST because you get it. And our kids need this. They need access. They need places where they can open up and speak freely and express things that they can't speak at home. As Rosanny said, she is a parent part-time. She's a student. She's in all the activities. She has this. She has homework, SAT, PSAT. She has everything she has to do. But she still has to, she's committed, right? And she wants to get everything done. But at the end of the day, you know, she's still just a senior student, but then she has to start all over. It's on repeat every day. And that's a lot. But does she have any outlets? Who does she talk to about it? So this is now going to provide her with that extra open space. You know, somebody she can talk to. No opinions, no biases, just a free open space. So kudos, congratulations, I'm excited.
Good to see you, Mayor. Twice in one day. Good to see you, Mayor.
Sorry.
At the Charter Schools Association, we advocate for all 84 charter schools across the state. And when we are in Trenton, one of the hot topics we talk about with our lawmakers is student health and wellness. It is a major topic. And I am so proud to be here because this is what charter schools do. Charter schools meet the moment. And we have 84 charter schools in the state serving 64,000 students with another 32,000 students on wait lists. And I got the opportunity to visit all 84 charter schools in the state, and I have to say this is one of my favorites. Don't tell everyone else, this is one of the best.
Rise is smiling again.
That's the fifth time, Mayor, fifth one. Not only because of this beautiful facility and the championship basketball team, not only because of the junior ROTC program, which is thriving here, but because of the great school environment, because of the intentionality and the urgency that by which you operate, right? We want to meet the moment and meet the needs of our kids. And so this is a great school, and in order to have a great school, you need great leadership. So give it up for Mr. Riza. And on a personal note, I am the father of three. I have a 15-year-old daughter. And so I know just the immense challenges that our teenagers face with social media and challenges, and my daughter's going through some things. I wish she had something like this in her school. And so thank you for your support of your students, families, and the entire Paterson community. Thank you.
Dr. Hoskin, would you like to join me to just say thank you once again for our students, parents, distinguished guests? This is a great day.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you could tell, we're very excited. This has been a dream for us. In our school, we always try to know our priorities. We say the wellness and the happiness of everybody here comes before anything, even before the academics. So this is part of that belief. Like I said, we're very excited, and I really appreciate everybody who's joining us on this exciting day. Thank you so much on behalf of my student sense. Thank you.
We are ready.
Lions up on 3.
2, 1.
Lions up! We're here at PCSST, and we're joined by Lisa Centeno from Care Plus New Jersey. And a very exciting announcement was made today. Actually, history happened here at PCSST, but Lisa will tell us a little bit more.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'm here with the Mayor today on this lovely day to talk about the School-Based Access Center that we have launched in partnership with the Paterson Charter School, Science and Technology. So it's a very exciting day. The goal basically is, as a certified community behavioral center for Care Plus New Jersey, we're one of 7 in the state, and what we're actually able to do is we're able to bring all of our services from crisis intervention, mental health, substance use disorder counseling, care coordination, peer recovery support, pretty much anything you can think of, name it, and we're ready to bring it to the students, to the community that attend this school.
That's thorough and necessary. If you think about what I said earlier about the pandemic, learn many lessons that there are things happening outside of school, outside of the classroom that we have to address if we want to mold young people into solid, productive citizens here in our society. And social emotional learning should be infused as a part of an educational experience, especially since these kids are on these devices. You don't know what they're looking at and what's influencing them. You want to elaborate on that?
I couldn't agree with you more,
Social
Mayor.
media?
Yeah, social media, anything that basically is here to distract from our teens' lives, right? Whether it's trauma, whether it's family, whether it's social media, it can be anything, school pressures. We're here to make sure that we meet the moment when the student needs us, not after something has already happened. So our goal is to help before it turns into a crisis.
Lisa, on behalf of the PCSST family, I want to thank you for this unique partnership and offering this much needed service to our students.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, I've worked with the school-based services side of Care Plus New Jersey since 2016. And mental health programming, not just within the community, but like many folks had mentioned today, within the school community has been integral. I've had the privilege to be at the table with executive leadership from Care Plus, major players over at the PCSST side, and we spoke about what the vision of mental health programming and needs are for this community specifically. And I think a lot of times programming can be very prescriptive. Like, oh, you need a therapist here, you need a social worker here. What we did was really dove into the roots of what makes Paterson Charter School for Science and Tech what it is. We heard not just from staff, we heard from the counselors, we've heard from parents and students from back to school night in terms of this is what we need. So hearing about not just barriers and what often stops the access to care, we spoke about what the vision of mental health and wellness looked like for PCSST in particular. So not just having a dually licensed clinician there, not just having folks who have coordinated care. That's all there, that's the professional side of things, but ultimately, how do you integrate mental health services into academic success and performance? You heard the mayor sort of speak about we want to prepare students to be not just the best citizens they can be, not just to have the best future they can be, but planting that investment now. And that's the main portion of it. Being able to say that whether it's SEL, whether it's one-to-one counseling, whether it's psychoeducational groups, or to be honest, just getting family members connected to the right place, it's as important as your core subjects. Actually, you can't function, medically and scientifically, you can't function as a whole without having that stable basis. We've made that happen, and I look forward to folks finding out a bit more. Today is day one out of many.
I think having this program in the school is important because I talked with a lot of students when I was writing my speech, and I just wanted to make sure that they felt heard. And I noticed that a lot of them go through mental health stuff that they often overlook. And I think having this opportunity at PCSST is something very important to have because it makes the students feel seen, and they need to be seen.